Mr. Repzion, if there was an award to give you for getting a video response like this, I'd totally give you one. But you'll have to take this video as, I guess, the award for it, because I don't randomly have little YouTube trophies to give people. This video that Onision has made is full of so much nuclear fail that it could compete with Chernobyl and fucking win. So without further ado, let's nuke this bastard, because it's what people like Dan and I do best.
This video is kind of an intervention.
I love that. An intervention. Alright, it's a fucking intervention. So if you put Gregory, Daniel, and myself in a room together, out of the three of us, Daniel and I are the ones that need the intervention? No, I don't think so. Alright, we're not the one who owns a website with merely the intention of meeting 16-year-old girls through it. Okay? That's you, Greg. That's fucking you. That's how you met your last girlfriend before your wife, and that's how you met your current wife, okay? That's really fucked up. So out of anybody that needs an intervention in that scenario, it's probably you. Probably for some kind of weird pedophilia thing. Because that's just fucked up and weird.
For the individual who's been harassing my wife's in-laws, and myself for some time now to stop. And a lot of you know exactly who I'm talking about. Like, when I disabled comments on the last video because I didn't want you guys promoting that individual. A lot of
okay, so you don't want your fans promoting somebody, but the fucking fact you mention who you're talking about does nothing but promote them in and of itself. Which I find fucking hilarious. Do you have any idea how big of a subscriber rush that he and I have gotten over the last week? I haven't even been getting that many subscribers for my videos. This week, I have gotten a bigger subscriber rush than I ever have on YouTube before. And it's mainly from this kind of fucking shit. So when you say you don't want your fans promoting us or blah, 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 you're doing it yourself by just merely saying that, and it's fucking great for people like him and I. The more people that we get that wake up to your bullshit and actually like the videos that we make because we don't even have any fucking fear at all of speaking our minds, the better. It's better than being a sycophant minion to some fucktard like you who's afraid to let people speak their minds, and is afraid of critique and afraid of judgment. Fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. And he also, by the way, comment approved this video. Like a fucking pussy.
Was it this person, and most all of them were right. This person is so set on ruining my life, ruining my marriage, ruining my happiness. Was everybody on?
You know, those are things that you do pretty well on your own. We're not trying to ruin anything. We're trying to get people to realize that you're a fucking duplicitous liar, and that you consistently hurt people, and that bullshit lies and retractions and evasions like this don't work anymore. The reason people like Daniel and I make videos like this, asshole, isn't because we want to ruin your life. We didn't say at any point in our lives, you know what we really want to do with our lives? We want to go fuck someone else's life up. No, we've been fucked over by people that are just like you. And we know exactly what people like you are capable of. And the more people that we make aware of your fucking bullshit, the better. Because there are less victims of people like you in the world that way. The more people that are more aware of what a socially manipulative and just egotistical narcissist like you, the more people that know what people like you are capable of, the better. The better. And it sucks and is creepy as hell that you don't want people to be educated about people like that. And the fact that you twist and distort what people have said about you, that they can back up with actual proof, just proves our point even further. You're a fucking fuck.
Associates it with them. Now, the reason I'm making a big deal about this now is because this individual actually wrote, according to my in-laws directly via snail mail. They told my wife that this individual wrote them a disturbing letter on Facebook and then proceeded to write them snail mail via their home address. I made a video saying, hey, creepy stalker, stop writing my family members. And then he proceeded...
You made that video because you're afraid that people are actually starting to wake up to you. You're afraid of that girl's family realizing that, yeah, it's a little weird that a guy met our daughter through the internet and he's almost 30 and he's taking advantage of the fact that our daughter's a lot younger than him and hasn't hit the shit in her life yet. He's taking advantage of the fact that she's still pretty much a child and he doesn't have to worry about any goddamn thing because she'll just willingly kiss his ass no matter what the hell he asks. Yeah, I think that you're just making these responses, dude, because you're shaking in your boots. I mean, according to what people have found out, isn't your little wife thing there's dad a senator? Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That you're going to try to take advantage of a senator's daughter like that. You just recently tried to take advantage of a rock star's daughter, a guy who could kick your fucking ass, and now you're going to try to take advantage of a senator's kid? Wow. You have no fucking boundaries. Nothing is a fucking taboo to you. Jeez.
To commenting on one of my YouTube videos, I wonder if Taylor feels if she has competition now. He's implying that I'm somehow going to be attracted to another girl who was in one of my videos, I suppose just because she's a girl.
No, it's because you have a serious pattern that a lot of...
He's going to
Fuck you. I don't want the video to play right now. It's because a lot of people have messaged me about some interesting little pattern that you have. You don't respond to adult females that message you through your website. You reply to teenage females that reply and send you messages on your website. You don't respond to males that are either teenagers or adults on your website. It's only mainly exclusively females. And I'm not talking about forum posts or anything like that. I'm talking about private inbox messages. And then you ask them 3 questions. Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's a faithful marriage. If I started doing that, my fucking fiance would start freaking the fuck out and have some serious questions to ask me for a very damn good set of reasons. So yeah, I think it's very logical to assume that you're easily attracted to other women. You jumped out of a 5-year marriage off on a 16-year-old. And then you dumped her for a while after knocking her up twice and got with a 26-year-old, ditched her after 3 weeks, and you did nothing for months after that but try to defame her fucking character because you're an asshole. And then you got with another 17-year-old, and what the fuck? You don't think people notice a fucking pattern with this shit? And you don't think that we notice you're taking advantage of the fact that you have a huge subscriber base and you can just fuck with their heads day in and day out? Yeah, screw you. Alright? Screw you. If you didn't feel that that was somewhat of a true statement and you didn't want people figuring it out, you wouldn't have said a goddamn thing about it and you would have shrugged it off. So fuck you. Taylor, if you watch this video, go through your husband's computer one of these days when he's not home. Please. If he's locked the door, just kick the door off the fucking hinges and go through his computer and look through his messages, because I'm goddamn sure that he's fucking around on you. I am 100% sure that he is fucking around on you, because he treats you like a puppet. He treats you like you're some disposable doll you can throw, just take off the shelf, use when he wants you, and put back when he doesn't want you. And that's not a relationship. That's not a marriage. That's a manipulative, abusive asshole who's displayed this behavior countless times in the past. And that's why people like Daniel and I make these motherfucking videos, okay? That's why we make these videos. Because we're sick and tired of motherfucking people like this taking advantage of people. Fuck you, Greg. You are, like, literally, you are just a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. And I don't like when people say that I'm wasting my time on you. No. This is what needs to be done. These are the things that need to be said. The reaction that we're getting out of this motherfucker right now is the reaction that needs to be gotten out, because what you're doing is you're seeing a person sweat out of fear and sweat under pressure for once. It's them finally feeling the fire under their ass when they realize that, oh shit, I shouldn't have been using people my whole life. Now I'm going to have to face a fucking consequence for my bullshit actions. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. Whatever.
This because he's all about causing drama in my life and generally questioning my morality. So I responded.
Why the fuck wouldn't somebody question your morality? You have the most questionable morality in the entire world.
The information I was given through my wife, source of her parents, in which they said, hey, you know that guy who's been making videos about you? Well, he wrote us on Facebook and then he wrote us a snail mail. This is my response to him implying that I was going to leave and or cheat on my wife with this girl who was in my video. You really are mental. What you did was really disturbing. Blocking you now. Do us a favor. Get a life.
You fucking blocked me and unblocked me on your videos so many motherfucking times. It's absolutely fucking ridiculous. You know? And I find it funny, by the way, shithead, that you think I'm the motherfucker that has been writing you the messages, okay? I wrote that fucking comment. I'll own it. I wrote that fucking comment on your video, shithead. I didn't send you any letters. But I find it funny that you're absolutely so fucking retarded that you think I'm the one writing you letters, okay? That's fucking great. I don't write you fucking letters, shithead. I'm going to put a link, and I'm actually going to do it this time and not forget by the time I upload this video. That's in the bottom bar of this video. And what is in this link is a link to this motherfucker's IMDb resume page. The reason I'm linking that is that the business address he put in there is in Las Vegas. This guy lives in fucking Washington. The address that he picked for his business address is literally right across the fucking street from where I used to live. Alright? I don't live there anymore. But it's fucking creepy that somebody would accuse us of being stalkers and then do that. To seek out where the fuck I live, to do everything in your power to find that, and then just put the address across the street like it's no big fucking deal. Alright? I know exactly what's over there, shithead. It's a 7-Eleven and a business park with like realtor lawyers and little fucking independent private offices like that. Alright? And then behind that is a few bars, and then there's the fucking 215 that's right there. Okay? So don't tell me that I'm just talking out of my ass. I used to live in the apartments that are right across the street from that fucking 7-Eleven. If you go in Google Street View, they're brown, you can be staring right the fuck at them. So don't tell me that, oh, I'm some kind of an asshole because I make fucking videos and then you do that. Alright? I wouldn't narc myself like that, you fuck. Only a person with some fucking manipulative, crazy-ass intention of trying to intimidate me would do that. Alright, and the fact that I know it's this motherfucker that would do it is because nobody would go to the extent of actually paying the amount of money it costs to have an IMDb resume page up unless it was this stupid asshole. Because he wastes, like, what, $1,600 to $100, $1,800 on software? Oh yeah, he'll pay for an IMDb resume page. You have to pay for them to keep them up. That's how I know. It's this asshole. I recently deleted somebody from my personal Facebook named Jaws Davis, who was this motherfucker pretending to be somebody else and scamming through my whole fucking Facebook. My personal Facebook. You fucking asshole. What the fuck is your problem? I find it fucking hilarious that you will literally sit here and fucking cry and bitch and scream and moan about, oh yeah, they're cheating on my wife even though I've cheated on like 3 women in the past. All with people they fucking knew. I make videos about you because I know what people like you are like. People I know have been hurt by people like you. Someone I know has been hurt by you, you fucker.
And stop stalking us. Anyone who has been harassed by someone as much as I have been harassed by this individual, anyone who has watched their family get harassed by an individual, understands my frustration and understands me being fed up with them.
Oh, fuck you. When have I ever harassed your fucking family? Why don't you explain to me why your ex-wife's fucking family called me? Alright? Why don't you explain why Adrian would come to me? Why don't you explain to me why your fucking Canadian ex-girlfriend would come to me? Why don't you explain to me why somebody, though I'm not going to mention their username for the sake of privacy, came to me and told me about all the different times that they decided to message you, seeing if you actually would reply to a young teenage girl as opposed to an older adult female. Okay? People come to me and they tell me these things. They have no reason to lie to me. Alright? They tell me just keep keeping on. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Because you're telling the truth. You're speaking your mind and you're doing the right thing. If I was fucking faced with as much flack as you were being faced with, it probably would be because I had done something to deserve it. I never decided with my life to just go randomly put fire under your ass, you fucking asshole. So, fuck you. Alright? Fuck you. You know full well who the fuck I am. That's why you would fuck around with my life like that, and fuck around with my address, thinking that, oh, I'm just going to be passé and not do anything about it. If you ever came near my family and you tried to pull that kind of bullshit on me, I'd kick you in the balls. Okay? That's just messed up. My family lives around there. Alright? And I have full right to protect myself from a crazy shit like you who doesn't see actions that are fucking practically borderline psychotic as wrong. That's why you think that we're just fucking with you. That's why you think, and you make your fans think, that we're just full of shit. Because you're so psycho, you don't see wrongdoing in anything that you do. But I guess that would come from a person whose mother makes the most twisted, fucked up, weird-looking dolls I've ever seen. It looks like some kind of hippie methadone addict. Jesus. You've been raised by a short stock your whole fucking life, man. Get fucking real. You've done some serious things to deserve this shit. And I think it's funny as hell that you want to try to snuff my flame out because you're just jealous that I have a more decent life than you. And I don't do things that fuck with people. Shithead. I don't send your fucking wife's family letters. That is the God-honest truth. Whether you want to believe that is your fucking deal. I don't send people letters. And why the fuck would I waste my goddamn time? I count on people watching these videos, okay? I don't need to send them letters. I don't need to send them this or that. I think you're probably just snuffing this all off on me because you're afraid of doing it to a YouTuber who has just a pretty much about as decent of a subscriber base as you. And it would fucking totally put your ass underwater if you did that. So shut up. You fuck. I hate these fucking asshole, evasions like this. Like I said before, these idiotic, irrational fuckingizations that you come up with.
This individual not liking that I responded to them publicly, finally on some medium, he wrote me an email threatening—
Finally? You've responded to my fucking ass like fucking 9 times, you asswipe!
To release legal documents with both my name and my wife's full name on them. And not just to his YouTube viewers, because he's already done that. He's gonna post it to a hate site. Because you know—
Oh yeah, when the fuck did anybody do that, you stupid shithead? When the fuck did anyone do that? That is a straight up fucking lie. Alright? I would never do something that fucking retarded. You've already doc-dropped me, motherfucker. So I love this stuff, that you need to make things up, and you need to lie for shit like this.
Such a saint, and he's just trying to help my wife get away from the evil demon that is me, right? I can't think of a single person who would be a bigger hypocrite right now with their current actions. You're gonna prove to everyone—
Okay, then explain to me, shithead, why I've got the support of all my friends, my fans, my viewers, and especially my fiancé. If I'm such an evil human being for being a part of this whole fucking anti-Onision thing, and apparently the bullshit you just made up where I'm gonna take legal documents or whatever the fuck it is and submit them to a hate site? Okay, then if I'm such a piece of shit, then why do these people look at one of your videos for like 20 seconds and go, Jesus Christ, I totally understand why you make videos about this guy. Why the fuck would people do that? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it? I don't get how people that are in your fans list can't see how the hell your arguments totally fall on your ass. You fuck. God. I'm just living my fucking life. I'm not going and trying to fuck with people's heads. I'm not trying to do this kind of shit. I'm just making fucking videos. I'm not the guy who made a whole channel based around the premise of, I'm just gonna make fake drama about, how did Amendin put it? Fake drama about fake things, about the realest shit in the world. I mean, that is the best way to describe you. Okay? Because this is just fake drama. I don't have legal documents on you, fucker. I have that whole creepy cult website printed out as a hard copy, mainly because I kind of wanted to believe I was actually fucking reading what I was reading, because it was the most insane shit I'd ever seen. Submit them to it. I love how you need to make shit up like that.
I was wrong about you being a stalker creep by doing something a stalker creep would do. This is what he wrote to my email. I'll make this short. I wrote no snail mail—
Okay, so this was about Daniel then.
Letter to Taylor's parents, nor would I ever go that far. Yeah, writing a snail mail letter to my in-laws is way too far, but releasing our legal documents with our full name to a hate site—
Well, you know what? Your legal documents, if you're talking about a marriage license, asshole, it's already on the internet. Did you not fucking know that's like public information? Half the shit you can think is like private information, even birth certificates, actually within the public domain. All you have to do is go down to a record office and ask for it. If you get a Freedom of Information Act, what they call a FOIA, you can actually ask your state government and they can release that information to you if you explain what you're using it for. And a hate site? The Tumblr is not a fucking hate site, shithead. It doesn't have anti-Jew propaganda on there. It doesn't have anti-black propaganda. It's just full of crazy shit that you've done that a lot of other people who used to be fans of yours submitted themselves. So you want to say that everybody in the world is not a fan of yours anymore and somehow a big irrational fuckhead? Are they like one of our sycophant minions now? Fuck you. They're open-minded, free-spirited people who got sick and tired of being told what to do by a dickload and wanted to share their experiences with said dickload with other people. So that's like not, in my opinion, a hate site. It's a site that's supposed to be putting up unbiased information. If they say the occasional nasty thing, well, bleh. You've been able to deal with it until now, as if now that it's finally hitting home for you, you're starting to realize that, well, I guess I'm going to have to face some consequences for being such an asshole. Yeah. Oops, accidental full screen.
Oh, that's nothing. Do you realize how crazy you sound? This is why a lot of people are afraid to turn on their cameras and post videos to YouTube, because they're afraid of—
Oh, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about, afraid to post videos to YouTube? When was anybody afraid to do that? There are like trillions of videos posted to YouTube every single day. Alright? I've actually seen the server bays where they store YouTube videos. They're friggin' like whole farms of servers. So many videos get posted to YouTube today, they actually had to invent new technology to store data to store them all. So since when has anybody been afraid to turn on their camera? Let's use this desk tripod, for example. Like, I can't do it. Somebody's going to call me a butthole over the internet. Oh, yeah, fuck you. Since when? Okay? I mean, if anybody was going to make somebody afraid to make a video, it would be a motherfucker like you. If they're afraid to say anything, it's because they're going to get some shit advice about how to deal with their father dying and being told how loyal their kneecaps are by somebody, you fuck. Still, fucking share my old apartment address. Well, that's totally fine. I can threaten you, but you can't post up legal information that's already in the public domain, that's publicly accessible. No, you can't do that, but I can still fuck with your privacy. And you know what? The only thing that you would have accomplished by doing that, Greg, is piss off an ex-girlfriend of mine. And to be honest, I wouldn't wish her wrath on Lucifer and Hitler combined. Alright? I mean, it would be hilarious to watch you get screamed at by that person, but that's all you would have incurred. I don't live there anymore, so I don't see who the fuck you're threatening, shithead. Because all these videos you make are threats. I don't even know how long this video is, like 20 minutes, and I'm only 2 minutes into this thing, because there's just so much unfettered bullshit. Unfettered bullshit.
Be stalkers like you. Of course you won't believe me, and that's fine. Why would I believe you? You literally made a video addressing my in-laws, telling them what a horrible person you, a person who has never met me, believes me to be.
Why the fuck would anyone need to meet you? You've structured your whole life so everything about you is up front and in everyone's face on the internet. You're so socially awkward that the only thing we can rationalize about your life is that you have almost no interaction with other people outside your house. I mean, what do you want people to think? The amount of time it takes to shoot and produce and edit videos, the time it takes for you to network all this bullshit on your computer and over your websites, pretty much is proof enough that you don't have any other life besides the internet. Alright? I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day. So bullshit. Your whole life revolves around the internet. If you have the time to deal with this fucking crap at such a personal level, I mean, it's no sweat off our sacks. I mean, for God's sake, this guy that you're talking about right now is going to be going to Africa to help build houses for poor families that can't afford shelter. It's like some kind of a Habitat for Humanity sort of thing. What the fuck have you ever done? Let me fix my light there. What the fuck have you ever done? You go talk about how shitty meat eaters are because of their dietary choices, and you take in, like, after fucking 4 or 5 years, a couple of sick dogs and shit, and now you think you're some kind of fucking saint? Yeah, fuck you. Somehow or another, my camera just went in black and white, and I don't know exactly how the hell I did that. Okay, now it's in color again. Whatever. Fuck Logitech, for all I care. You know, I mean, I find that hilarious. Oh, you know, all you want to do is you want to destroy my life. I mean, you're going to be going to a country to go fucking try to help people out. But, no, you're still a piece of crap. But I can sit on my fucking ass and pretend to be a goddamn banana, for fuck's sake, and I'm just all of a sudden completely recused of all the wrongdoings I've done to people. Fuck you. It doesn't work that way, shithead. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but it doesn't work that way. I've had my grievances with Mr. Repsion, too, and we settled our differences since that time. You know, I said my shit about him, and I was wrong. I admitted I was wrong. Hell, I talk to the guy every now and then on Skype. And he's actually a pretty decent person. The reason that we do these, like I've said for like the 4th fucking time, is because we want to make people aware that people like you are manipulators, and they're fucking shysters, and they're goddamn schizoids, okay? They like to play with people's head and get them into a false sense of security because they get off on using people for everything that they are. And what you're doing right now is you've got the flames under your ass, and you're sweating your fucking ass to death in nervosity because you've finally been pointed out as an asshole, and it's finally hit home for you. You never thought before that it would finally hit home for you. I have no personal, just like grievance other than the fact that you fucking really seriously hurt someone I know and someone that I give a shit about as a human being. And I'm not going to fucking forgive that shit. Follow them around to their Google Plus, harass them for months, and say, oh my God, I'm just an innocent person. Leave them the most disturbing fucking voicemails that I've ever heard. You know, I'm sure, what if your fucking girl's family heard those fucking voicemails? What would they think then? They'd think you're a fucking nut. Yeah, I may be a potty-mouthed, foul-mouthed little bastard who swears more than a goddamn sailor who's drunk. But I'm not some kind of duplicitous manipulator that can't handle relationships with adults and instead tries to go after people who are basically kids still and haven't lived enough of a life to know jack fucking shit about life. Okay? At least I don't do that. Prick.
Basically trying to ruin my life. Why would I...
Nobody has to try to ruin your life because you're the only person that's capable of ruining it. Alright? I mean, for God's sake, you've done everything in your power to absolutely ruin your life. You're unemployable. People know you now as basically a cultist type of fucking sociopath who likes manipulating teenagers. You're totally useless to the outside world. So, you've already ruined your life. You wouldn't... If people were full of shit, basically, you wouldn't need to make these retractions, and we wouldn't need to make these videos. So, yeah, okay. Fuck us, I guess.
Believe you over my in-laws. But
because you probably don't know your in-laws that well, and according to what your ex-wife's family told me, you didn't really like being families with them as friends with them as family or in-laws. You actually, from what they told me, over the phone directly, that you treated them like shit. And that you were very secretive about how you treated their daughter after you married her. So that's kind of creepy. Why would somebody's family call me to lie to my fucking face? And like I said in my other videos, I kind of almost wish they would call me back again. You know, if you want to, like I said, if you want to PM me, you want to get a phone call with your permission, have it recorded so people know that I'm not bullshitting, I'm totally down for that. I just don't... if you don't want to because you don't want to drag the bullshit out again, and again, that's totally understandable. But I'm not making that up. I talked with them, and they told me that you were a very nihilistic bastard towards them, and that you were very controlling and very creepy, and they wanted to get their kid out of there, but you had her under your grip, and there was nothing that they could do. So explain to me how the hell it is that, somebody will just call me out of the blue just to make that up. And go through all the intricacies and all the detail that they described to me for just lulz. A grown adult, for just lulz. That sounds a little weird to me, huh? That doesn't sound like it makes any rational sense for someone to just go fuck around during a family member's tragedy. Just like it doesn't make any sense for you to film your girlfriend having a memory loss and some kind of a neurological episode. Fucker. And not letting her go to a damn doctor afterward. That's not creepy. Not fucking creepy at all.
To make a false accusation for something I did not do. I made an accusation based on what my family members told me you did. I don't know if you believe your family members when they tell you stuff.
So now they're not in-laws anymore, they're your family members. I love that. So, and you don't even really talk about your family that much. The only thing I know about your family is if you got like a sister or something, and your mom is this really weird fucking... pseudo-spiritual new age chick who makes the most disturbing, freaky, fucked up dolls I've ever seen. Your mom is into weirder shit than you are, and I'm starting to see where a lot of this fucking comes from. So, whatever. I don't usually like talking shit about people's moms, trust me. But, yeah, if I didn't think something weird was going on there, I wouldn't fucking say it. Let's just put it that way.
But I do. You have finally given me a reason to release your actual marriage license to the hate site. Should be up there in a few days. Smiley face. Wow. Smiley face. Really, you take enjoyment out of trying to ruin someone's life.
And you know what? You know what you take enjoyment out of? You take enjoyment out of guilt-tripping people and making them feel like shit over choices that are completely natural to them. What about what you did to Shay Carl, you fucking asshole? You decided to lament on him for fucking choosing to circumcise his kid. Something that's not your business. The fact that you took so much interest in the penis of a baby says some weird shit about you. But the fact that you would even fucking have the balls to say, oh, you take enjoyment out of this? You take enjoyment out of making people feel like shit, like I said, over choices that are completely natural to them that are none of your fucking business. So, you're no better. And we take enjoyment out of this because you're finally getting exposed for what you are. Admit it! Well, you're not going to admit it because you're a sociopath, and sociopaths are very rarely self-identifying, and the few that are, they jump from sociopathy to psychopathy, which is... yeah, that's usually the pretty scary part. That usually differentiates you from just being a narcissistic asshole and from being Jeffrey fucking Dahmer. But, psychological fucking lecture aside, yeah, sure. Okay, because you haven't taken enjoyment of making people feel like shit before. Oh, no, you only spent 4 fucking years doing it. and then decided, well, I guess I can't do that anymore because people are starting to realize that I'm nothing but an asshole.
A psycho creep. Next time it's best to just ignore my comments on your YouTube.
A psycho fucking creep who goes to fucking... yeah, oh, okay, you know what? Fuck you, alright? Daniel's a pretty cool guy. He's a psycho creep who goes to anime conventions all the time. He cosplays as Deadpool. He fucking goes to Africa to build houses as a part of Habitat for Humanity to house people who don't have shelter. He donates to charities, okay? He does all this cool shit, and he's a psycho creep for writing a fucking email. Alright, let's compare and contrast. So, those are the quanta that make somebody a psycho creep, but dating 16-year-olds doesn't make you a psycho creep. Fucking forcing yourself on my friend doesn't make you a fucking creep. Putting your girlfriend who wants to commit suicide on camera, crying and bawling as a method of blackmailing her, doesn't make you a psycho creep. Moving out of the city you were living in into L.A. because the cops were starting to look into this shit doesn't make you a psycho creep. Taking my fucking address that I used to live at and putting that on the internet trying to threaten me and dock drop me with it isn't making you a psycho creep. What the fuck makes you a psycho creep? Do you literally have to be running around your fucking neighborhood in a bunny suit with a chainsaw while being on fire in order to be a psycho fucking creep? Or am I just, like Mugatu at the end of fucking Zoolander said, am I just taking crazy pills? What are your fucking, what are your requirements for being a psycho? What? God.
And reply to them directly, like you did. Just a tip. What, are you going to release my social security number next time?
I don't even know if you have a social security number. Maybe you were born on some alien planet where they don't have social security and being a menacing douche is normal. Okay? I love how personally you fucking take this crap. I do take it in stride that you had the balls to put my information up there because I know that I'll defend myself if you do anything to come near my fucking family with that kind of fucking bullshit behavior. But that kind of internet hard man bullshit aside, yeah, right, okay? Yeah, fucking right.
Gonna release my driver's license number, my license plate number? What kind of invasion?
What are you talking about, an invasion of privacy? Like I said, this is publicly accessible information. So are birth certificates. There's a lot of information you can get on people that is within the public domain. And this kind of goes to show me how little you know about the world. You were like just an adult in age. You were seriously not an adult in attitude or in any other respect, really. This has probably got the potential of being an hour long.
Privacy is too immoral for you to take part in. Anyway, this is my response. You're awful. Her parents reported you wrote them. You're releasing those documents / harassing us / spreading false accusations. It's grounds to take you to court.
And you threatened to sue me, you ass, because I exposed the fact that you were writing really weird religious bullshit when you were 17. And then you said it was slander. And then you probably found out later that nothing I do within my fucking videos is slander. Also, I'd like to let you in on a little something here. If you did take him to court over that, you know what would happen? They'd probably start looking into you. Everybody's documented the things that they found out about you, and the fact that we're using the fair use properties of YouTube's fucking rules and regulations completely within their grounds makes your case completely irrelevant. Have you not known that people have tried to sue each other over bullshit that has happened on YouTube before? Yeah, it's been done before. Look at, like, one of the YouTubers I watch more than others, and I should say one of my favorite YouTubers, is a guy named Inmendum. He tried to sue someone over here. The court decided to just treat his case like shit, didn't take it seriously, and he wasted like 3 years of his life stuck in a stupid battle with insane fucking judges who didn't give a shit about anything that was going on. And that's where cases that happen over YouTube go. They'll probably slap you both with a fine and say, we don't even understand what the fuck's going on, and we don't even care. There are rapists and murderers to try. Get the fuck out of my courtroom. Both of you pay $500 in court costs, and I don't ever want to fucking see you again. That's how a judge looks at these things. That's how all these cases get handled. So if you took Daniel to court over this shit, and he plopped down a couple of videos of you acting like a douche and the things that you've done to people, it would only prove his case. Yeah, like I said, you've already threatened to sue me once. And then you found out, well, I guess, yes, he's being a belligerent fuck, and he's being a loudmouth. But unfortunately, he's been able to back up everything he's saying. Can't really sue him for slander because slander's just making shit up about people. Like you've been making shit up about me wanting to send shit to a fucking hate site. Asshole.
You are such a creep. Why won't you leave us alone? Leave us alone. I want nothing to
You know what that letter sounds like, and especially in the way that you've typed it and written it? It sounds like you're desperate and afraid. You're just afraid that your girlfriend's family is going to find out that you manipulated her into marrying you. I mean, you were already with somebody at the time you were talking to her anyway. People have found that out. They can see the Twitter posts that you were sending back and forth to each other. You were still with Shiloh, claiming that she had sepsis and wanting to send her out of the fucking country back home and not even have to deal with it because you were too stupid to know how to handle a pregnancy, you stupid fuck. You gave her 2 fucking miscarriages, and you know what? You're a sick bastard. You don't have any sense of responsibility. You don't have any idea how to be an adult. And that's, you know what? Something you can't deny. You've done everything in your fucking power to prove on your own what people have said about you, and then you think that they're bastards for pointing that out. You know, I make a lot of comparisons to Hitler and stuff, but I mean, that's like Hitler saying everybody's a bastard for pointing out the fact that he hated Jews and gassed a whole lot of them. It wouldn't make fucking sense for him to hate people for pointing out something he's obviously doing. That's like me fucking setting my house on fire and getting mad at people for noticing I'm setting my house on fire. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like me saying, well, you know, in your perception, the house is on fire. Well, it's not really anybody's perception. It clearly is burning to the fucking ground. You know, that's about as stupid as a fucking of an example that you could ever give. But it's relevant, unfortunately.
I want to see his face again. I don't want to hear his name again. I want nothing to do with him. Like, literally.
But the problem is you're going to try to bring it up over and over and over and over again because you just exploit drama like this constantly because it's how you make money off people. Every single fucking kid that's watching your videos right now is sending more money to your pocket. So it doesn't matter what you fucking do or say. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to see him ever again. You're just going to exploit that too to make more money off people because you're too lazy to get a real fucking job, you shithead prick. You dropped out of the fucking military because you were too shit to hack it in there, so fuck you. You know, you don't have a right to fucking yell at this kid. He gets the same amount of hits that you do on YouTube, and he still holds down a job. He still has some sense of responsibility. He doesn't exploit people and take advantage of them. You do. And somehow or another that wipes the slate clean for you. You're just completely tabula rasa because you're completely fucking innocent of anything people accuse you of, even though you've made a whole paper trail yourself of doing this shit. Okay.
I didn't even know who he was until he started making hate videos about me. Really.
Oh, bullshit. You've known who the fuck Daniel is. He's a fucking popular YouTuber, just like how you've known exactly who the fuck I was the entire fucking time, alright? And it doesn't matter. If I saw something objectionable about your content, yeah, I was gonna make a video. If I didn't see something manipulative and snide and objectionable about your fucking content, I wasn't gonna say anything about it. I mean, you were literally the scummiest motherfucker on this website, and you keep trying to deny that over and over again, but it just doesn't work. You've made about, like, what, 1,346 videos. What are you going to do, clean the whole thing out? Fucking people have archived the greatest ones that people need to watch so they can see exactly what you are, because, face it, Greg, normal people don't act like you. Normal people don't go do the shit that you do. They don't. Normal people aren't getting accused of these things for no fucking reason. They get accused of these things for not being normal and for doing shit that warranted the accusation. I mean, that's like the most common knowledge ever. Shit. It's not like we're in the fucking movie Rear Window, directed by like Alfred Hitchcock, where we're sitting there with a fucking telescope in your window and making random assumptions. Okay. Well, I guess that'd be a bad example, because in that film, the guy's assumptions turned out to be correct. Sadly. It's a good movie, though.
To do in this situation, other than make a video, I could spend thousands on a lawyer to try to repair the damage that's been done.
Okay, so you can spend thousands on a lawyer, thousands on software, hundreds on blinds, thousands on a lawn, thousands on kitchen repair, but your goddamn ex-wife is stealing money from you and robbing you blind. I'm just going to have to take a minute to let that fucking sink in. That you can just bold-faced fucking lie to your goddamn subscribers and say, I can't afford heat right now. Business isn't so good. That's just that's the biggest duplicity I've ever heard in my life.
But here's the thing. I have no guarantee of getting any justice whatsoever, so I could be investing thousands of dollars into a case that will get me nowhere.
Well, you know, I've already said that, yeah, so I guess at least... if I can give you anything, at least you're cognizant of the fact that YouTube cases just get run in the toilet. Basically, they look at the thing on the docket and they just say case dismissed and throw the fucker in a goddamn paper shredder. Because let's just get some common ground between the three of us. Let's just face it. That's where these cases go. I mean, every single one that's been brought up, unless there literally is criminality involved, and very rarely that actually happens, judges don't even really know what the fucking internet is. The Justice Department has way bigger things to fucking worry about, like terrorism and domestic drug importation and shit, than fucking YouTube drama. So at least you understand that nobody's really, legally, gonna give a fuck. But that doesn't change the fact that I still think you're a prick.
Times to YouTube about this individual, and they have done almost nothing. It's amazing that.
And look at how many fucking times we pointed out what kind of a person you are to these people, and they've done nothing. It's because YouTube cares about fucking money. Google cares only about fucking money. These companies are investing only their time, or they're investing their time and energy in only money. They put people like you up there because you get hits, you get revenue, you get ads, and they don't give really a shit about anything else because they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation, and the dollar is where their investment is at, and the dollar is where their fucking brain is at, and their soul is at. They sold their soul for extra change, okay? That's where their fucking priorities are at. So, they keep people like us around just because it's fun to watch the shitstorm generate them money, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I've almost had my channel terminated. Not because of Onision, but for, stupid bullshit reasons I don't even want to get into right now. But, yeah, it's almost been terminated, so, I guess, ironically, you almost got what you wanted.
Individuals trying to rip other people's lives apart over and over and over again and cheer them on, despite the fact that those individuals have never personally attacked the individuals attacking them. So anyway, I just feel like you went too far when you...
Well, whatever. So what if we have fans, asshole? Is it a bad thing? Are you like the only person who's allowed to have a fan base on the whole website? Fuck me for getting subscribers. Okay, most of them were subscribing to my videos before I even made this Onision bullshit. And I just had such a huge problem with the things that you have to say because they're overtly manipulative, and they're distorting, and they're fucked up. And I got subscribers from that, so what? Okay, let's just resign to the truth that only Onision is allowed to have subscribers, exclusively. If you're subscribed to The Amazing Atheist, unsubscribe. If you're subscribed to Coughlin, unsubscribe. Everyone unsubscribe from everyone you know and just subscribe to Greg, because apparently he's the only person on the website who deserves to have any subscribers because he doesn't make videos about people hating on people. I can't even believe I made, like, what? A 40-minute video. Wow.
Who brought my family into this. That's so unbelievably unforgivable. You don't do that to people.
Oh, shut up. I mean, like I said, if your ex-wife's family didn't have something serious to say about you, they wouldn't have come to me. Okay, they came to me. Adrian came to me. Sheila came to me. Okay, and they also came to the rest of us. The rest of the people who see you for what you are. So just accept it, fucker. You screwed up, and it's finally hitting home.
Alone. And even now, I'm not going to tell you this individual's name. I'm not going to say, hey, go to their channel and flame them, despite the fact that this individual...
Even though you've already given people a reason to, and I've been getting a lot of flame comments from your sycophant shithead minions. I don't care, personally. Views are views, comments are comments, subscribers are subscribers, and hits are hits. I don't really give a flying fuck. The fact that I'm, a lot of the time, arguing with 14-year-olds about as intellectually gifted as a piece of cheese is nothing new to me. Ever since I started this bullshit, that's just how it's been. I've been arguing with the dumbest humans alive.
Individuals repeatedly done a very similar thing to me. I've gotten literally thousands of dislikes because of the way that they portrayed me. Because of the...
the way I've portrayed you? You portrayed yourself that when you put a camera on a hysterical crying girl, you fucking asshole, and then for some reason run off to fucking L.A. I guess that's the way, things go when you push someone in a door frame and cause them to have a miscarriage and think they weren't going to tell me about that.
The spin they put on my life, making me seem like the most abusive and controlling and manipulative person known to man. It's just...
Well, you are. As far as I'm concerned, you are. When I looked up the fucking 10 symptoms of a person with a cult leader-like mentality, you hit every single one. And this is before I was even really all that fucking concerned with your videos. Okay? Really. Most, if not everyone who's ever done that, who's either been subscribed to me or not subscribed to me, doesn't even know about me, eventually they come onto my videos and they say, well, holy crap, do you notice he actually hits you? And I'm like, yeah, I know, I've known that for a long time. So, please, if I had no fucking reason to be making these, trust me, I wouldn't be wasting my time on this shit. I produce music in my off time from this crap. I want to start a business, for God's sake. I've got bigger fish to fry in my life than this. But I find this topic interesting, and I choose to make videos on it. So, fuck you and your manipulative attempt to try to guilt trip me out of doing something I do as a hobby. And that's the thing you do, that thing you do best, is guilt trip people out of doing what they like and guilt trip people away from things they like because you want to make them feel like they're somehow unnatural to them. Fucker.
Well, think. If you want to find out whether or not someone's miserable, ask them if they're happy. Ask them how they're feeling. Don't go to some guy who hates another guy.
So you already give me a fucking name drop. Oh well, whatever. You're still, e-sucking my dick. No matter what, every single time you make one of these videos, so, it's not like two kids in the class that just can't get along. I'm talking to literally a sociopath who cannot identify what he's doing is wrong. It's like the kid who keeps breaking windows left and right, and he's like, well, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just breaking windows. It's like, I'm just pushing kids around on the playground and, treating them like shit. But I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm just treating them like shit. It's that kind of mentality that, people like myself and Daniel are up against with this guy. And he's trying to take advantage of the way that we make videos, and he's trying to utilize his language. He's trying to utilize, everything about how he's doing these videos in order to try to make people feel that he's not at fault for anything. He's trying to steer the conversation away from the truth and evade the things that he's done and won't take accountability for because now they're finally hitting home for him. And it's just, it's like I said, rational fuckingizations and evasion. That's it. That's it. I mean, good God. The world is full of way too many people like this. Way too many. And you just happen, in my opinion, to be the shittiest of them all. You're like that guy that was in Donnie Darko who was selling all those motivation tapes. That's exactly what your videos remind me of. They remind me of this vague, bullshit, half-assed advice to make people feel like shit and make them think that, oh, I know all the answers to what you need to have answers on, and you just rip them psychologically a new asshole and don't even give a flying fuck about the things you exploit or anything. And if I had no reason to say these things, again, I wouldn't be saying them. So, fuck you.
Dating the person you're concerned with and automatically assume that total stranger knows everything about that.
But like I said, you're telling people to go to a biased source. You're gonna fucking tell people the truths you want them to know. You're only steering people away from our videos because you don't want them seeing them because you're kind of afraid of what's in them. You watch our shit. And this video is like 47 minutes and 40 seconds long, and you're gonna watch all of it. One of your exes straight up told me, you watch my shit, so whatever. She told me right to my face.
Person's relationship. Me, my wife, my family, we're all trying to be happy, and we just want this person to leave us alone. So again, to that person who...
So why don't you have them fucking come out and say it? Why do you have to be the sole representative? If your wife is so fucking emotionally beat up by these things, why don't you put her on camera and let her say that? Okay? You won't. Because she just doesn't give a flying fuck. As far as I'm concerned, the girl's probably just fucking you because you're famous. If I'm wrong about everything. Because that's basically how people who want to be celebrities function. They eventually get with someone who doesn't really respect them worth a goddamn, and they just treat them like crap because they know the guy has a lot of money, and they know that they got an easy lifestyle just being around the person because they make a lot of money. Mel Gibson had somebody like this attached to him. Made him look like a real fucking bigger asshole than he normally looks like. But, things like that happen. You ever heard those tapes of him going crazy? Like screaming into his phone? It was the same principle.
Threatened to release those documents. Apparently it's already going to happen. God, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say to you at all. Other than leave us alone. You are a freaky, creepy super stalker from hell. I just don't want to do this. Okay, bye.
Wow, that was like the most half-assed ending. You made 80 videos on this topic? And that's a bit, you're just a crazy super stalker. It's like, at this point, you can't deny this shit. I think the reason you don't want the marriage documents released is because your goddamn girl's family, your parents-in-law, are going to find out that you probably lied to them about how you got married to her and when you got married to her. Like I said, isn't this girl's dad like a senator or something? I don't know. I heard a blurb about that, and I saw it pop up on one of these pages. And, I mean, if that's true, man, you were in some deep shit. All we're doing is making video responses to bullshit on the internet. And the fact that you're taking such a personal investment in these things is literally just proving us right. The fact that you make this shit at all proves us right. And the fact that you're finally just going nuts with it is, you know, you are what we say you are. And you're doing everything in the world to prove it. Your body language, the way you make these videos, the way you're fucking editing them, you're lying. I studied sociology for years. I wanted to be a criminologist. I wanted to be a psychologist. I know all this shit. You can't lie to me. For God's sake. You can't bullshit me that easy. Who the fuck do you think I am? I'm some motherfucking guy 827 who can't even remember his own screen name. And who needs a big glass of water after doing this video. Because for talking for non-stop for 47 minutes, my voice is literally as dry as a cat box. So fuck you for making me have to do this. But, like I said, in the beginning of this video, slow clap to Mr. Epsilon, because I think this is like the longest video that I probably have ever made. I don't know. I mean, this is probably the longest video I've ever made. But, you know, fucking congratulations. Because, I mean, this is just ponage at its quintessential best. Anyway, I've got a load of stuff to do today, and they don't pertain to YouTube, so whatever. I will catch you guys on the flip side, and I will be monitoring the situation to see how this all turns out. I just wanted to put this video up there, get my take on it, and put my 2 cents there, put my name in, throw my name into the mix, put my name into the fray. Anyway, I am some motherfucking guy 820 motherfucking 7, and it has been a blast over all these years just doing these videos. Because you know what? At the end of the day, he can say whatever the fuck he wants to about us getting subscribers and viewers from this. You guys really are the coolest fucking people that I've ever gotten the chance to get to know even a little bit. The subscribers that I've met through this YouTube thing, you really are a collective of the coolest and most awesome people I've ever talked to. I mean, you all have really great interests. You all are great conversations. You know, a few times that I've talked to you in my tiny chat sessions. You know, you're awesome people. So, whatever this piece of shit has to say about you just because you subscribe to my videos or Mr. Repsion's videos or both of our videos, you know what? Fuck him. The best thing you can ever do with your life is to make sure that motherfuckers like that don't put you down. They don't put their spin on you, and you don't let them make you feel like shit because you live your life the way you want to live. There's a difference between hurting people and thinking it's right and living your life the way you see fit. Alright? So, thank you guys for being a part of this whole thing. Thank you guys for being there, and you know what? This thing isn't over. We're just going to keep keeping on with this thing as long as it can fucking keep on. And I'm going to keep making videos, not just about this, but about anything I want to, for as long as I fucking want to. Because it's my goddamn channel. This is my fucking content. I'm not going to have some fucking fuck tell me that I shouldn't be allowed to say these fucking things, okay? Now, I know people say that, oh, in your Piers Morgan video you said that. No. What I said was that it's not right for somebody to come to the United States and talk shit about the people here just because he doesn't like us. If you didn't like us, why did you come here just to make us all look stupid on a TV show? That's my point. But you know what? As it comes to Onision, don't let motherfuckers like that bring you down. Because they don't have the intelligence, and they sure as fuck don't have the right. Because you're just too fucking cool of people for that. Anyway, I'm some guy 827, and I will catch you on the flip side. Take it easy.